Hi everybody, it's Sonia of Sonia K Creations. Come on in, we're gonna do some crafting. You'll probably hear Alex. He's gonna go swimming here pretty soon, but in about a half hour, but he's kind of crazy tonight. So come on in, we're gonna get started. We're gonna use some Chalk Couture tonight and some other things. So hopefully you're all having a good night. If you're watching on the replay, you can fast forward through all this if you want, but I'm gonna wait for a few people to pop on. Oh, there's somebody, Jan, it says is on. But it's not, I don't think it's telling me how many people are on tonight. Oh, yes it is. Okay, now it is. All right. So let me know that you're watching. If you're coming on, let me know where you're watching from. What state you're from. I always like to see that. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to do a little Chalk Couture, and thanks for sprinkling, Tammy, and along with some other things. So. And today is the last day of June. Then probably from now on in July, I'll probably have Christmas projects. Who knows? Maybe I'll do something else. But I'm planning on doing Christmas in July. I might not be able to start till next week because we have a lot of things going on the rest of this week. But we'll see. Hi, Kathy. So we're going to start. This is called a slim cut. It's from Chalk Couture. So I put the link to all the things I'll be using from Chalk Couture tonight in there. So it's a strawberry slim cut, it's called. It's made to go with the transfers. So, and also today is the last day you can become a Perks member and only pay $1 the first month. So if you're interested in that, I put the link to Perks, you can check that out. So anyway, we're gonna start by just painting this white. You don't have to paint them, but I wanna paint it with what I'm doing, so we'll start by doing that. I don't really wanna get it on the sides, so I'm gonna kind of try to brush off that like that. Usually if you do that, you won't get on the sides as much. I'm going to paint the whole thing, the leaves and everything. You guys have a good weekend. Alex has been kind of crazy, so he wasn't able to go to church this week, but I had my daughter-in-law come hang out with him while I went to church because I've been helping in our new church has like a little coffee shop, and so I'm learning how to be a barista at church, so I was working in there this weekend. My husband's actually preaching at our new church this week. He's not the pastor, he's just pastor's out of town and asked him to preach, so. All right, so I put the first coat on there. I think I probably will end up putting a second coat. I did get a little on the sides, but that's okay. Whoops, good to see you, buddy. Good, Judy from California. All right, so I think I'll just put this right here and we'll do something else while we're waiting for that. So I have this frame that I got from Hobby Lobby. Now you can hang it either way, and it's really pretty gold frame. Well, it had a white board behind here, but it was kind of popping out, so I was trying to fix it. Well, I broke it, so I needed a backing, so I had to pull the rest of that out, and I didn't really have anything besides some cardboard, so I just used a piece of cardboard that I had and cut it to the right size. So before we put it in, though, we're gonna cover it with, you know, my favorite paper. I haven't used it a lot lately, so we're just going to use whatever you call this, glue stick. So this is just a piece of cardboard, but you could really use whatever foam board, whatever you have. This is just all I could find I was so upset when I had that project almost all ready to go and then realized I could have taken it back and got a new one because it was kind of messed up. But I thought, oh, I could just press it in there and fix it. Well, I broke it. And I tried to fix it and it was just falling apart, so. We went with this plan B and I didn't want to go to Hobby Lobby, so. All right, just trying to make sure I get on all the edges and everywhere. Okay. So this I just barely cut big enough, so should work. press that down. Hi, Donna. If you're new, let me know too. We had a few new people in the last time. I was going to use this, but it's kind of dirty and I think it's pretty good. Okay, so then I'm just going to cut the excess there. The sides aren't going to show, otherwise I'd probably sand it off, but we're just putting this into that frame. And I think it'll fit, hopefully. This is a strawberry themed craft if you haven't figured. You weren't here at the beginning and the first thing I painted. Okay, so make sure there's no, I don't think there's any bubbles. So we got that. Guess we can go ahead and put that in. I think we'll put that in next and get that glued in there before we do the other part. So I think I'm gonna put a little bit of wood glue, but I'm also gonna put a lot of hot glue. Hi Sharon, hi Beth. Let's see if this is gonna come out. Looks like it's kind of clogged. There it goes. Okay. I don't want this to show on the front, so I'm gonna try to be careful. I'll rub it in so it doesn't squirt out. Oops, I see a little nail right there. That's not gonna, oh, I didn't even know there was nails in there. I didn't even know. I'll try to get the ones that are sticking out pretty far. I might not be able to. They might just go into the cardboard. Yeah, those aren't gonna come out, so we'll see if we can make it work. Seemed like it worked when I tried it in there, so I'm just gonna rub this so it doesn't leak out the front. All right, and then we'll put some hot glue in there, and that'll probably be what leaks, but I'll try to put it very sparingly. Gotta go quick or it's gonna dry before I get to it. Okay. I should have got something to put on this that was heavy to hold it. Hopefully that hot glue will hold it good enough. Hi Diane from Virginia. Trying to make sure this is good and stuck before I stop. I'm gonna put a little bit more right here. I'd rather it look bad in the back than in the front, so. All right, let's hope that's good. Looks good, looks straight and good. So this is what we have so far. This is a frame I got at Hobby Lobby. All right, so now we're gonna go back to this and put another coat of paint on our slim cut strawberry from Chalk Couture. Pretty much dry. I'm gonna spray just a tiny bit of water so it'll my paint's a little bit thick, so it'll spread a little bit better. And this doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna be putting something over the top of it. Oh, this thing always pops up now. I don't know what it means. Tammy McNeely, are you on? She's from our old church. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's good enough for what we're going to do because we're going to sand it anyway. So we're going to put that off to the side and we're going to work on the other part of this. So I also took, this was like a square, I don't know what I just did. This was a square, like one of those MDF, it was bigger, boards from Dollar Tree, and I just cut it down to the size I wanted and then painted one side white. And then distressed it a little bit. I don't know where this little line came from. I might add a little bit of paint right there. Now it's dirtier than it was. Oh, where's this black paint coming from? Ah, it's on my paintbrush, I think, somehow. Now I gotta really dry this and redo it. Messed it up. I had it all ready to go. Let me get a different paintbrush. Just trying to get that black spots off of there. It doesn't have to be perfect either. Let me do a little bit more though. Okay. I wanted not to have to paint right now because I don't want to pulp the paint, but that's the way it goes. Okay. So like I said, it's just a piece of MDF that I cut down to whatever size I needed. And I sanded the edges and the sand in the middle so I don't pull some of that paint up. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this transfer. It's super cute. I put the link to this in all the supplies. It says Berry Sweet Family Fruit Fun 125 fresh strawberries. So I know it's backwards too, but we're gonna do all of this except for the strawberry right now, because the strawberry part we're gonna put on that strawberry slim cut that we just used. So hopefully I will remember that, but if I don't, we're gonna put it over the top of it anyway, so it won't be the end of the world. I should go on this side. It's kind of dirty. Probably pick up all kinds of lint. This is just so it's not quite so sticky. Maybe one more time. Yeah, it picked up stuff I didn't want it to. Just pick it off. Okay. So then we're just gonna put this, should fit, oh, what did I get on here? Just keep messing it up. I can paint over that later. I'm just gonna put this over here and put it exactly where I want it. Should fit just about perfectly on here. Yeah. So like I said, I'm just gonna do the outside. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna do the, oh, there's another piece. The outside, the words, everything but the strawberry. So, just got it on there like that. It's really cute if you like strawberry stuff. Now I didn't have, when I went to do this, I realized I didn't have any red or green chalk paste that I liked. So I made some using candy apple, and I only had 1 pack, so hopefully it's going to be enough. The candy apple red, and I added a little bit of black to it. Probably a little bit too much black, but I didn't have any more red to add, so this is the color we got. And then also the green, I just took 2 blue, a blue and a yellow, which I think I used Cadet and Sunnyside to make the green. I don't know if it's exactly the green I was going for, but I think it'll work. And I hope I made enough of everything. So, well, the red's all I have, so it has to be. So I'm going to be sparing with the red when I'm doing this because I have to make sure I have enough for the strawberry. Let's see, what should I do first? Let's see. Let's do the berry sweet part first. So this is kind of the color red. I'm hoping it won't take too much. Oh, and I'm gonna do the line in between it green. So I'll show you how they do what they call the peel and stick peel. Oh, I don't know what they call it, but just when you lift it up in between so that it doesn't, you know, dry. Because this is gonna take me a little bit of time, and I don't want it to dry in my transfer and then pull up the paste. I'm trying to get as much back up as I can so I don't waste it. I'm gonna do this also. Was I gonna do that? No, I don't know, I can't remember. We'll go back to that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the sweet part though. I get nervous when I do more than one color at a time. I don't want to mess up. It's not hard to do, it's just you want to make sure you don't let it dry in there. Okay, I think I'm going to do the green part right here in the middle so that I can pull that up. Maybe the top part too of the line. I'll show it to you as soon as I get this part pulled up. I think it'll be cute when it's done. You know, I usually do everything black or white, but I thought, let's do some color. It's gonna get down to the bottom of the very sweet part, and then I'll pull it up. Oops. Got a little green in the red, but that's okay. I mean a red in the green. All right, let me pull that. Let me make sure I see a spot I missed. Okay, I'm gonna just pull this up. Yeah, I got a little green or red, but I didn't want it, but we'll make it work. So then because it's starting to dry already, I can feel it. So it looks like that so far. Then you just kind of lay it down kind of lightly, but make sure where you're going to keep working is down. Now I'm going to do green around all around the edge, the rest of the edge, and then we're going to do black. Oh, I didn't get that down. Black, some of the other words. I don't know how I got this stuck under there. I think I'm gonna do red on the little 125 thing. Because I think I'm gonna have enough red. All right, I'm gonna lift this up too, just so I can make sure it's not gonna, yeah, I had a big mess up, but that's okay, we'll fix it. I can show you how we fix it. Oops, okay. Then I'm gonna lay, oh, it moved. Oh no, you don't want it to move. You can see my first real mess up on my live here. We might have a lot of mess ups. You don't want it to come up. That was not part of the plan all the way. But I think it's gonna be all right. So now I'm gonna do these words in black. Okay. And then here. Okay. I'll lift it up and see what, yeah, we have some mess ups, but they're nothing we can't fix. Oh gosh, we do. That's all right. So I'm gonna put that here right for a second and I'll show you, because I moved it. The only thing that really is really bad is this 125 thing. So we're gonna let this dry and we're gonna fix it. So but before we do that, we're gonna go back to this. I've never had it lift up like, oh gosh, what was on there? Something on there. Gosh, it's just, everything's going wrong. Oh, that was glue. I thought it was paint. I'll have to get a new one of these. Got glue on it. Yeah, I've never had it lift like that before. So that's okay. We'll make it work. It's still gonna be cute when we're done. Hopefully. And I want this to be kind of distressed on the edges, so. Yeah, that's a major mess up right there. I might just let it dry and then totally paint it and redo that part again, but I don't know. Might be easier than fixing it. Oh, thanks. It'll be okay when we're done. Right now, it's not so cute, but everybody makes some errors sometimes. I always get a little worried when I'm live because I get nervous, so that's why. I'm trying to get some of this white stuff off the edge. Not too bad, just a little bit. Okay. And then I got green on it from my fingers, must have been. Okay, let me dry this really quick, and then we'll do this. Yeah, if it wouldn't have been for that part, it wouldn't have been that bad. Easy cleanup. Okay. Transfer fell on the ground. Now we should be able to, I think I'm going to do this by turning it upside down and putting it on, because then I won't get any other color. Oh my gosh. Got colors on it right there somehow. It's on my fingers. Okay. All right, hopefully this will work now. I thought this was gonna be so easy. Should be able just to lay it right there, and it should be stuck on there, and then I can turn it over. And it's good enough for me. Okay, so we're gonna do obviously we're gonna do the stem part green and the other part red. I think I'll do the red first because I don't want it to dry out because I don't have very much red. Okay. I didn't make sure it was down very good. Okay. Actually, I like this red I came up with. At first I thought it was going to be a little bit too dark, I guess is the word. But I think it's pretty good. I should have got a smaller one of these. I'm gonna have to get a smaller one to get around the, I don't want to get on it where the leaves are. That's pretty good. Now we'll do the green. I hope I went far enough up on the red. I think I need to go a little closer with the red. If it kind of blends in together, that's okay too. Can't get the green off though, or the red off my thing. All right, let's hope that's good. Okay. Let's see a spot I need to fix right here. Okay. Let's hope that looks good. Oh goodness. All right, I need something to wipe my hands off. Oh yeah, that looks good. Looks really cute. All right. Now, so that looks really good. Let's dry that. And then we have to go back to our mess up. Trying to figure out what I should do. So I think if I totally try to take it off, it's going to leave pink looking everywhere. All right, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this over here, because that is a major mess up. I think I'm going to try to fix it without taking it off. Let's see. So I'm going to need white paint. I'll try all the easy fixes first, because there's a few other spots, not really bad, but like right here, because when I lifted it, I didn't lay it down good enough, but those are easy to fix. So I'm just kind of doing that. That'll be easy. I have kind of a flat. I might have to go back on some of them and put a little second coat, but it's supposed to be rustic anyway, like a rustic berry sign. Not to be perfect. No one's gonna know. So that's really all those, the other mess ups besides this major one. I'll just go back and add a little more to some of these. Okay, oops, there's one. Need a little more paint. All right, so that's pretty cleaned up except for that part right there. I need a brush like this for that. I should have saved that for that one. Let's see. This might be good for it. So yeah, I need white again. This is gonna be a little bit harder to cover up, but we're gonna do our best. If it looks totally bad, then probably after the live I will end up taking it off because I won't be able to handle it, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. I'm just afraid to take it off because I'm afraid it's gonna make a big mess, but we're just gonna do it. But before I do that, I wanna wash this off my transfer, just at least that part, so that it can be clean when we're ready to use it. Hopefully we'll be able to do it without making a huge mess, since I'm not washing it in between. Okay, we're gonna attempt this. You guys are willing to hang out with me for a little bit longer, right? I'm wondering if it might be easier to I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna take a wet wipe. Never done this before, but it'll take most of the chalk off instead of spreading it the chalk paste instead of spreading it everywhere. Because I'll have to sand, but I don't want to have to sand all that everywhere. I think I'll be a lot happier if I just do it like this. I don't usually have a lot of mess ups like this, but you know, sometimes it happens. That was my fault because I moved, came off. If I wouldn't have moved it, it would have been totally fine. Okay, so here Alex, he's getting very excited, I think, because maybe he knows he's going swimming. All right, I'm getting a lot of this out by doing this way. This will save a lot of mess. Not as much chalk to spread everywhere else. Okay. Okay, so it's just really light now. So I'm going to dry that, and then I'm going to take a sander to it, and then it should be pretty. That is a lot. I think it's going to be easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, now it's you know, it's dry and it's not very dark, so I'm just gonna sand off kind of as much as I can do without making a huge mess of it. I think I can get most of it off. Try not to mess up any of the other part. The more I can sand off, the easier it'll be to cover it with the white paint. I wasn't going to be happy with that, so I'm going to get a clean paper towel or clean wet wipe. So I got it pretty much down to the wood. Might try a little bit more right there. Okay, yeah, it's pretty much just the wood part now. Okay, so it's down there like that, and now we're going to dry it again, and then paint it, and then try it again. And hopefully we could do it without getting other colors everywhere. I think I might, no, I don't know. I was gonna say I think I might put the strawberry on and then do it, but I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna paint that spot. And touch up a few of the other spots that didn't quite cover. Okay, dry that and see if I need to put one more coat. I think I'll put just a little bit more. Okay. All right, so we got a clean slate now to fix that. I'm gonna just sand just a little bit. Should have made sure there was no red on there. Which there is a little bit, but switch it this way. Oh, why did I do that? Was it dry enough? Kind of made some scratches in it. All right. Yep, it can almost always be fixed. I don't get too stressed about it. Trying to get it good and dry because I don't want to sand it, but I don't want to pull the paint up either. Or maybe I'll sand it, but just with a lot less gritty sandpaper. Okay, like this one. Okay, now let's try this. I'm put the backing sheet on it and try to only have part of this showing so that we don't get any color on that we don't want to, hopefully. There'll be some, but I'm hoping I can, gotta know where to put this exactly. Maybe I'll put it up here. Is this gonna, I think that's pretty dry back there. It's kind of right here. The only way this is gonna mess up is if I get some of that strawberry on there. Okay, I'm gonna try to make sure it's good and down. I do not want to have to do this again. All right, here we go. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did it! Yay! Put this over here. It's almost perfect. I'm so excited. It's a little bit of shadowing. I can fix that though. So much better. I'll be so much more happy with that. I know, my hair is getting really long. I've been trying to get an appointment, but my hairdresser is very, very popular, so I don't have an appointment till the 23rd of July, so. I don't care if it's long, it just needs cut. It gets really dry on the ends. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm just gonna fix that little bit, dry it, fix that little spot, and then finally get this put together. It's taking a little bit longer than I was expecting. Okay, I'll take this white and just touch up just a little spot. Just had a little bit of shadowing right there I don't like. Not bad though. That's good. Okay. So we fixed it much better. I'll dry that little bit of paint I just put on there, and then we'll, before we put the strawberry on there, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of Distress ink on around the strawberry. Make sure it's good and dry. Okay. So I think it'll, especially around the leaves, it'll look good. It's kind of hard to get in there, but just kind of going around the edges. Because there's a lot of white around the edges, so it looks good to add a little. I will go around the strawberry part too, but it won't show it as much. I don't know if I should try to go inside here a little bit. Adding a little bit in the middle. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so there's a strawberry. So it's so cute. And then I think I'll put some Distress ink around this as well. I see one little part on the S I messed up on too. Not terrible, but as long as we're fixing everything, we might as well fix it. There we go. Making sure I didn't stick my hand where I just painted. Okay, so there's that part. That looks pretty good. And then we go back to our board, and then this, well, we're gonna put this on first, I think. So somehow it goes, I'm gonna look at this, how it goes. Okay, this part kind of goes in between. Okay, like right here. Right there. So I can't decide. I don't think I'm gonna add, I was wondering if I wanted to raise that up, but I think that's enough. I think that's enough of, 3D look. So I'll put a lot of this on here. Spread that around a little bit and then put some hot glue. So I'm gonna have to get it right where I want it on the first try because it'll stick with this hot glue. I might have should have used just the wood glue, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Oh, that's too high. That's okay. It covers that just a little bit. Hold that for a second. Would you guys like it? I know it's taken me some time to get to this point, but can you believe this is just a Dollar Tree sign behind? I love it. It's kind of like my Christmas colors, but summery. So glad I went back and did that over. Okay, making sure this is actually staying in here. I see where it's not. See if I can get some in there without making a mess. Woo! Stuck my fingers right in it. In the back. I'll show it to you here in a second. Yeah, I might have to put like put some more glue and clamp it, but that's okay. So we're gonna glue that right in there, like, I don't have the exact spot yet, but it's getting there. So we're gonna decide, I wanna make sure it's actually centered this time. Okay, we're gonna go for it. It's like I like using the hot glue because it'll stay where I want, but then also it stays where I want, so you don't get much time to, to mess with it. Or any. May look again where I'm going to put this. So like 3 down. Okay. Oh no. Out of glue, out of glue. At the worst time because it's starting to dry on there and we don't want clumpy glue. way down, I said. I'm gonna say it right there. Let's hope that's straight. Looks pretty good. I got paste and stuff all over me. This is my sweater. I already have lots of glue on it. I don't care. Yeah, this is starting to come out a little bit, but that's fine. I can fix it later. Okay, that is stuck pretty good, I think. Okay, that is pretty cute. So do any of you decorate with strawberries? I never have, I don't think. I've done a strawberry tiered tray one time for you guys. Yeah, this is not stuck right here. Glue that in better. This isn't either. I'm not gonna worry about too much right now. After the live, I'll put some glue and I'll put some clamps on there. Okay, so the only other thing was I was thinking about putting like a little, so I have a little 3D element, which I like a little bow on the strawberry, but I wasn't sure what color would look the best. I didn't have the right color, green, red. I think that looks good. And these just all look a little too bright. So I might not be doing it just because I don't have the right. I might do it with this. Let's see. I kind of wanted ribbon, but they're all just a little bright, I think. This one, yeah, still too bright. Let's see what this looks like. What do you guys think? I would cut it shorter, but I kind of like it. It's not exactly the same red, but it still looks cute. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks good with it or without it? Let me look at it. I think I like it better without. So although I like details, I think I'm going to go without. He's a little happier today. He has his moments. I think I'm going to leave it with, you like it with? Somebody said they like it with. Yes? Okay, now I'm like, everybody's saying yes, so I'm like, maybe it should go there. Without it, put some ink on the ribbon to tone it down. That's a good idea. Some of this, we'll see. I know this one's definitely going to be too bright, but maybe this one. I kind of thought about that a minute ago, but I was like, I don't know if that'll change it enough, but let's try it. Because I'm not thinking I want it makes it the white less, but it kind of still looks, I don't know, we'll see. Still looks almost like the same red, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it does make it look a lot less red. Let's see. Because I know I liked it when I tried it ahead of time with the bow, but I didn't know if the color was going to work. Let me see. I think you're right. We're going to do that. Some people are saying without, but I like this. So we're going to do this. Well, I'm going to get a little bit more of it colored, and then we're going to try it for sure before we... I just don't think I had enough of it. All right, let's try it. That should be enough. See if I can make a decent bow. Not trying 14 times. If I don't use it, I'll save this bow for something else. It does look cute. You like the bow? I can't decide. You know what? I'm just going to put a very small dot of glue, and if I don't like it, I can pull it off. Because I kind of think I like it, but who knows what I'll think tomorrow. How did I get this one so messed up? Okay, I'm going to cut these before I put it on here. No, you're supposed to put it in half and do it, but it's hard with these tiny ribbons. Everybody's saying no bow, no bow. You can change almost any ribbon color with the wax. Hey, lace. Oh gosh, now you guys are making me feel bad because I want to put the bow on. Everybody's saying no bow. Okay, I'm not going to put the bow, but I'm just going to show you what it would look like with it because I think it really looks cute. Draws in a touch of color of the frame, a touch of vintage and sweet. I like that. The more I like it with the bow. So I'm going against the, there's some of you that are saying bow. I like it because now it looks vintage like you said. I'm just putting a very small drop of glue, sticking it on there. Then if whoever maybe buys this someday, they can cut it off. I'm going to cut this a little bit, or they can pull it off. Cut this just a little bit shorter. I like longer tails, but I also want you to be able to see everything. I put it on. I should have slept on it, but I can take it off, like I said, tomorrow, because I literally just put the teeny tiny little drop. I think it's cute. I like to have a little bit of something on my stuff. And like the back is wanting to pop off, but we will make it. But I think it turned out pretty cute. You love it? You like the bow? Okay, good. All right. Well, that took a little bit longer than I thought, but it turned out really cute. I liked it. It's kind of elegant, but then rustic at the same time. So I think it turned out pretty cute. I'll show it to you up close. Glad we got that mess up fixed. It looks a lot better. So remember, if you want any of these transfers or anything, I put the links above. So if you like the bow, I'm glad. All right, you guys, somebody said very cute. All right, you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.